Kesha is a person who believes in giving back, and I'm devastated. What he did is, I can't even fathom the words to say it, okay? Because we opened up our hearts and our homes to him.
Kesha Moore, 43, was a friend, sister, grandmother, and mother. Kesha was praised for her kindness, love, and compassion. Her family is in a dire situation and is looking for answers after her boyfriend, Johnny Brown, killed her and dialed 911. He said that he pulled out a pistol during an argument with his girlfriend and it went off. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Kesha's family and friends. Today's case takes us to Minneapolis. Minneapolis is a major city located in the state of Minnesota. It is situated in the southeastern part of the state, along the Mississippi River. The city has a population of around 430,000 residents, making it the largest city in Minnesota. Minneapolis is often referred to as one half of the Twin Cities, along with its neighboring city, St. Paul. Together, they form the core of the Minneapolis-St. Paul metropolitan area, also known as the Twin Cities metropolitan area. Kesha Latrice Moore was born on April 12, 1980. Kesha was a humorous, kind-hearted, and ardent supporter of education. Moore oversaw Resilient Lives LCC, a Minnesota organization that offers assistance to the elderly and disabled. She is valued for both her commitment to her career and her enjoyment of Scrabble. Kesha was well respected for her 10 years of experience in the sector and her master's degree in health management. Kesha had the sweetest soul. She was a positive, nurturing, nice person who would do everything for her family. She was a selfless and compassionate individual. She made every effort to bring good things to the world, thus she earned all that the world has to offer. Kesha Moore and Johnny Leroy Brown, who is 50 years old, were romantically involved. They made the decision to move in together at Kesha's apartment after dating for 2 years. Johnny was adored by Kesha's family, who supported and embraced him as a member of the family. Under the appearance of a nice man, Leroy entered Kesha's life and led her to believe he had potential. Brown received 2 previous sentences, one for possessing an illegal weapon in 2007 and another for eluding authorities in 2015. Since 2001, he had been forbidden from owning firearms or ammunition. Additionally, according to court records, Johnny has been found guilty twice for second-degree assault and twice for fifth-degree assault. Brown and Kesha had a terrible relationship, and Kesha had begged him to leave. Johnny Brown contacted 911 on December 17, 2023, claiming that he had pulled out a firearm during a quarrel with his girlfriend and it had gone off. Upon giving the address and expressing his belief that she was deceased, Brown hung up. He departed after stealing Kesha's phone and car. About 20 minutes later, Brown made a similar claim to the police, adding that the woman had been shot down. Additionally, he informed dispatchers that he was prepared to surrender himself up, but gave a place where he said he might be located. However, emergency pings on his phone suggested he wasn't in the claimed area. Officers proceeded to the apartment and pried open the door. Kesha Moore was discovered deceased at the scene. There was blood all over the floor, as if her body had been relocated. Although nobody was discovered inside the house, the victim was a registered owner of a firearm, according to the police. Officers were informed by a family member who arrived at the scene that Brown had called them, confessing to killing Kesha and threatening to turn himself in. It was uncertain where Brown was at this moment. He made 911 calls, but he never turned the phone back on, the police discovered when they began their investigation. It was discovered that Johnny obtained a new number from a phone retailer. Later, Brown's whereabouts could be found, and he was taken into custody by the police. When he was taken into custody, he was with his new partner, which Johnny repeatedly changed the plot of his story. Brown claimed that after Moore accused him of cheating, the two got into an altercation. He said that Kesha had once pointed a firearm at him. He claimed that although he was able to remove the rifle, Kesha was wounded in the head because he unintentionally bumped the trigger. However, the charging records mention that the gun's kind demands a minimum 5-pound trigger pull. He claimed that the amount of alcohol he consumed caused his recall of the accidents to become hazy. Along with his denial that he moved Kesha's body following the shooting, he also said that he secured the apartment door after taking Kesha's car and the pistol. He further admitted to authorities that, in an attempt to avoid them, he had called 911 and then thrown his phone out the car's windows while it was still moving. After initially saying he had no idea where the firearm was, he later claimed to have thrown it out the window while driving over the railroad lines. Sadly, the police were unable to locate it. Johnny Leroy Brown was charged with illegal possession of a weapon and 2 charges of second-degree murder.
Tonight, we are learning more about the victim and the suspect in a recent Minneapolis homicide. 43-year-old Kesha Moore was found shot to death in her apartment. 50-year-old Johnny Brown has been arrested. Renee Cooper joins us live from Moore's apartment, where a vigil is expected to start soon. Renee?
Kevin, and the medical examiner's office just releasing late this afternoon, it was a gunshot to the head that took Kesha Moore's life here at her apartment. I spoke to several of her family members today. They were at the Hennepin County Courthouse where the suspect had an unrelated hearing today. Moore's family tells me they just needed to look him in the eyes.
Like, she can't be brought back, so we want him to know that.
The family of Kesha Moore, a dozen strong, holding each other outside the Hennepin County Courthouse.
And I just want to say that I love Kesha forever.
For the first time since she was found shot to death in her apartment on Sunday night, Moore's younger brother, sister, mom, and cousins seeing the man arrested in connection to her death on Tuesday.
He had been on the run, so we needed to see him today, which is why we decided to come, even though it wasn't in regards to the actual charge that we're looking forward to him facing.
The man in court, 50-year-old Johnny Brown, has not been charged in this case. Police said on Sunday they believe Moore's death was a domestic-related incident between her and her live-in partner, and they arrested Brown on Monday night.
So we all have a lot of anger. We have a very close-knit family, and Kesha is our business partner, our sister, our friend, our guidance counselor, like everything.
Family says Moore was their role model. They say she leaves behind a family business she ran herself, and more importantly, 2 kids and a grandson.
Too young to not have their mother.
And even in a group hug this large, there's an even bigger hole left behind.
So I really hope that the justice system does not fail number 34. The 34th domestic violence death this year, so I really hope they don't continue to fail women and the men who have been victims of domestic violence.
In addition to a family home and a healthcare company she owned, Kesha Moore is most remembered for leaving behind 2 children and a grandson. Her community, family, and friends all cherished her. The family is hoping that the legal system holds up. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.